Hello everybody and welcome to Witherman's cool Dreamcast guide for attractive people. Thank you for checking out this guide. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through the entirety of Sonic's story. I'll be explaining what methods I use as well as what I've seen other Dreamcast users use and trying to give you a basis as to what to expect and what to try and accomplish in a Dreamcast run. I'll be trying to stick to a beginner route while also showing off the tricks that I would consider run viable. There's a couple different ways you can do a couple levels, and if something isn't necessarily shown off in this tutorial because I forgot it or I forget to mention it, always be sure to check out some of the other Dreamcast runs. There's lots and lots of runs on the boards and on the IL boards that you can check for more. But then also be sure to join the Discord. It's going to be linked in the description so you can ask questions. You know, the Sonic Adventure community has always been there for me, and it'll always be there for you once you get into the game. Sonic Adventure Dreamcast is a pretty significantly different run compared to DX. One of the reasons I would say so is because of what we're dealing with right now, which is a cutscene in the beginning of the game.
You are completely surrounded. Surrender
There are no skippable... Well, okay, there's a couple of skippable cutscenes in the game, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So we're going to get started with Chaos Zero. Chaos Zero is a pretty simple fight. You just want to start with a spin dash jump right into his head. Then you're going to come back here to make him come right back up. Then just jump into him again and stand inside of him. It'll make him pop back up. You want to stand by this pole, spin dash over, stop, and then he is curtains.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Hold A and press start during Sonic's little victory dances, and you can always skip the results screen and head straight to the next event.
Tails. Now, what am I gonna do with you?
So right as soon as Sonic does this homing attack, you'll notice a bit in the cutscene where it feels like it's about to pause. During the pause in the cutscene, you're able to start charging up a spin dash, and then you can release it and start doing your task dashes or your spin dashes to get through the load zone immediately. I will be going through the method that I use for Emerald Coast, but the other Emerald Coast auto-chem methods work as well. You do a spin dash jump up here, then you do a spin dash jump around the loop. Hit this checkpoint, hop up here, then you do a spin dash jump straight to your left. Be sure to jump cancel once you're inside of the tunnel over there, and you're able to jump up there. That jump takes a little bit of practice, but with enough time, it starts to become second nature, and this is early enough in the run to where it doesn't matter if you reset, as long as you're willing to fight Chaos Zero again. So in this section, we're going to do a single fully charged spin dash on this slope because it lets us go straight into the hole, and that is, since it's a downward slope, we gain speed the entire time we're on it. This is another downward slope, which we can use to get right here. Just do a spin dash jump over here. Stay as close as you can to the edge so you don't get pushed into the invisible wall. Do a spin dash jump right on over here. Hop onto this, do a quick spin dash jump and turn around. Do a jump cancel on top of this panel to make sure you land on top of it. Jump over this. Jump cancel on this thing. And that is the level.
Yes.
Emerald Coast is a very simple level that it starts to become harder and harder to execute as you get better times on it. But once you have finished your first run on Dreamcast, I implore you to hit up the trial menu and start practicing ILs. You can get much better times and get much more consistent in this game and getting used to it in trial mode once you've completed your first run. So if anything, if you get stumped on your first run, it's okay. And instead of watching this cutscene, press X, Y, B, A, and start. So all four face buttons and the start button, and the game will soft reset, and for some reason this cutscene gets skipped. Don't think too much about it, don't try to do this anywhere else really in the run. Just know that you get to save a little bit of time by skipping at least one cutscene.
Let's get him!
From here, we're going to jump over here. Head outside the doors. We're going to go straight to Eggman. So do a little spin dash over here, then go right to the train station.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
And there's a lot of ways you can get here, but we're headed to Tails' workshop. At this point, it's not the biggest deal to optimize this little bit of hub world movement, but there's a couple things you can do.
If it isn't Sonic!
Egg Hornet's a very simple boss. There's not too much really here that's worth discussing, but we'll just go through it for the sake of going through it for the tutorial. Just walk on over, grab you a ring or two, dodge the rockets, then just kind of follow him and stay as close to the wall as you can, because it makes him freak out. And just beat the crap out of him.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
So after this cutscene, you're going to be immediately facing the stairs with the camera behind you.
We can't let him get away with this, can
You're
we?
going to want to charge a spin dash and
Tails.
just let it rip.
Without more emeralds, the monster can't transform. So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does, huh?
Yeah, no analog input, just hold left trigger, hold spin dash, and then as soon as you can see, just let it go, and then you can pop up here and grab the statue, hopefully. And we're going to come on over to good old Wendy. Going into Wendy, once we get to the third act, I will be discussing two different ways to do it, because there's a way I would recommend a new runner to try it, and then a way I would recommend anybody going for a good or top time would look for. But Act 1's quite simple. Just follow my movements there, and you'll get in within, like, that's probably like a 25-second entrance into Tornado. So the Tornado is a little bit more tricky than the first act. We're going to homing attack this spring first off, then hold up and right to head towards this platform. Then we're going to do a spin dash jump onto number 1. You'll get into this weird glitchy state where Sonic is like standing but turning into a ball. We want to be in that state, and as soon as we leave the platform, we start holding down. On the 5, we wait till Sonic is about to fall, and then we homing attack while still holding down. It takes a little bit of timing and a little bit of getting used to, but once you got it, this is the fastest way to get up here, and you can start to crush the Tornado. And just hold left a little bit, tap up, hold left and tap up, or adjust your camera to land right on the spring, and you pop out into the level. Show off the beginner method first. Spin dash jump off to the right here, land on this platform, and then just do a single spin dash to go down here, then jump. And if you get a good jump, you're able to clear this gray wall and just head out right here. If not, you have to take the springboard like I did. Take this rocket, do a spin dash again, and then you can jump over this loop to head straight over here. Homing attack immediately onto this thing. Then you can take this spring, which will take you over to the last chunk of the level. Tap the right camera button and you can land right on these boosters here. Spin dash, jump over these, and then you can either choose to jump straight down this way, and go to the auto scroller, which takes you to the emerald, or you can jump diagonally next to this little wooden island here, and then tap the right trigger. Until you see the island, then just homing attack on over and grab the emerald. So for the more advanced method, you're going to want to spin dash off here, spin dash, head over to this island, and this method is used in Sonic Adventure DX, but the biggest difference here is that this windmill is solid and makes this hill really, really weird. So you want to try and get on a solid part of this hill, then spin dash while holding up and to the right. If you fall off, you can do a spin dash jump to just hop right back on, and you can ride the windmill if it pushes you off and try and land back on the platform so you don't die. For this bit right here, you want to hold the right trigger after spin dashing while holding up and right for 3 seconds, and then you want to flick down, hold down, and then tap the right trigger the entire time you're holding down for another 3 seconds, and then hold up and slightly right, and you should be able to get past the death planes and land right near the emerald.
Yes!
And just like that, that's how you clear the level the advanced way.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not very difficult, it's just really weird to get used to. Once you pop out of here, if you move the analog stick on the way out of Windy Valley, you can get stuck on the top, which is very weird. So try not to move the stick until you hit the bottom. Then you're going to want to turn your camera around and start spin dashing out here. Use the slope to spin dash jump up.
For Station Square will be departing soon.
Land right up here and head into the train. Homing attack immediately behind you, then you can head outside these doors. Now there is a tiny bit of RNG at this point in the run. Once you get here, there can be a man that shows up that prevents you from spin dash jumping. He's here now, so I'm just going to homing attack, then jump into the sewers. If the man is not there, you can celebrate by doing a spin dash jump, which is a little bit faster to get into the sewers. If you are on the American version of Dreamcast, the spin dash shoes are going to be right here, or the light dash shoes are going to be right here. Since I'm on the Japanese version of the game, the light dash shoes are going to be over here.
Now you've got light speed shoes. Press and hold the action button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the light speed dash. The light speed dash lets you race toward rings at light speed. As long as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
We're now going to do a spin dash jump using this slope right
Use
here.
the light
To call
dash
might get in
to
the way,
run
that's
along the
okay.
paths of rings.
Just do a jump
Hold
right
the
up there, then
action-
just head out the door. Now, depending on your version of the game, the camera when leaving this area is going to be very different. So just walk out to make sure nothing weird happens, then just spin dash over. Don't talk to the burger man, or whoever that guy was. He was hidden behind the pole. And we're gonna go right over to Casino. Oh, now we're talking to a different man. See, the NPCs in this area can change places, and they're in different places depending on your region. So get used to where they can show up, because they're gonna be really annoying. You can also, I'm realizing this now, I was on a little bit on autopilot, I'm sorry. You can also go to the train station, because the train station has a staircase, which will get you here faster, and it avoids 2 load zones.
The train
Now,
headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing
You can either
soon.
choose to do the light speed dash right here by pressing the button to get into Casino. But what I like to do, which is a little bit faster, is do a spin dash hover off of this slope, then just do a homing attack into the button. It is shockingly consistent and a lot easier than the spin dash jump, because the spin dash jump will mess up your camera. The Dreamcast Casino is very easy. you want to first head on over to this hole right here, jump over, jump onto this slot machine. We're going to use it as a slope to spin dash jump onto this pink little lip right here. We're going to jump across to behind this little hump. We're going to get on this hump and then spin dash jump to go around this. If you can see, there's almost like a line, like right about here-ish, connected to this corner, where the texture tears. That tear in the texture has no floor. Like, Tails just fell through it as an example. You do not want to land there, because there is no collision. You want to land over here. You're then going to walk over to this corner, and you are going to do a spin dash jump. Try to stay as far back as possible so you get to, you want to try and go in the back of this because there is a giant invisible wall which will push you forward and won't let you back in. So but if you, it's a pretty easy jump. Make sure you're going through the back and then bam, grab the emerald.
Yes.
This is a trick I recommend practicing a bunch in the trial mode.
Yeah, not bad.
Immediately after this cutscene, you once again want to spin dash right or forward, hold left a little bit to come around this way, then grab the ice key.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Then we're just going to head off to Ice Cap. You want to try and preserve. Apologies for any potential weirdness. My capture card just went out for a bit. Anyway, Ice Cap, block down the key. Jump on over this pool, and then you can do a spin dash jump against the slope there to get in faster. It didn't quite work out for me, but that's okay. You can always back up to the ladder, then just jump to get in the load zone. Do a spin dash jump here. I like to hold the right camera trigger the entire time, but yeah, from that slope over there you can just spin dash jump right on over here, then head on through to this cave. You want to make sure to get this checkpoint because this jump is a little tricky. We're going to do kind of a C-shaped jump around an invisible wall into the bottom left corner of that door. I was able to get it first try right there. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to though, so please try this out in trial mode and try this out in your runs. And there's no shame in hitting restart there once you grab the checkpoint. It's really not a big deal at all. As soon as you get into Act 3, you're going to want to turn around. This little wall right here is where we're going to be clipping out. There are a few methods to clip out, but the most consistent one I've seen is using the D-pad to tap up to see if Sonic's right ear is lined up with this crevice. Right now it is, so I should be able to just hold forward. Okay, well I messed it up. Just hold forward and then get out. Then you want to turn around until you're facing about this direction. The very first arrow on your right that has this little white chip above it, you're going to hold that. Then for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds in the fog, hold forward until you let go. Then you should be about to fall onto a little bit of the level that's going to be kind of on your left. You're going to want to go slightly right of it and hold away from it. Then you can keep holding up, let go if you get a little bit scared, but you're going to be here, which is above the end of Ice Cap. This setup and this clip is very consistent and very fast, and the work of the community overall. The Dreamcast run used to have a lot of issues with Ice Cap, but Ice Cap is no longer a problem for us.
Yeah, not bad.
We're finally able to get through this relatively quickly. Spin dash jump over this pool, then head over here, fall on down this hole, Spin dash. Spin dash. Oh, don't run into that tree. That tree is going to kill you in 2 categories. This one and supersonic.
What's up, Knuckles?
Give him some tickles. And then we play Chaos 4. Chaos 4 is a stupid fight. He's always going to start with one of these waves. You just jump away from him. He's going to move 3 times and use his charge with spin dash up on him. Bam. You want to try and stay on the lily pads and just jump between them. And this fight's pretty luck dependent. Because if he does stuff like that, it's like you lose 1 second, it's not a big deal. But if he does the attack where he turns into blue balls, you lose 10 seconds. You lose 10 seconds roughly every time that happens. Which is really annoying, but there's not really much we can do about it. Hey, if he keeps doing that though, that's fine. He will always do 1 attack and 3 moves until the final attack, like until his final bit of health, in which he will do 3 attacks and then 3 moves, and then he'll be vulnerable. I keep taking damage because I'm too far away from him. My depth perception's a little off right now. This is attack 1. Which is splishes, which is the fastest it can be. 3 moves and attack number 2. Nice. Another splish. I think that's doing 3. Yeah, it splishes again. Nice. 3 attacks. He either does a 4th one or he comes up now. I can't remember. Oh, he comes up after 3. Wow, that was just a decent Chaos 4.
You some other time.
Keep going!
After this cutscene, you're going to hold upright, do your spin dash, get to this spin dash jump about here, homing attack, and you should be able to make it to the top.
Sonic,
So
wait
this
here for a
is
second.
our first bathroom break of the run. It's about 30 minutes into the run, so it's been a while. You want to either get like a blanket or something, or like get a rubber band or something, and you want to hold your Dreamcast controller in the upright position. And as long as it's in the upright position, you're good. That's the level. You got about 2 minutes, so you get, including cutscenes, you got about 3.5, 4 minutes. So you know, get up, get a drink, get to stretch a little bit. This is your decompressor before all the run killers. Alright, now that we're back from our bathroom break, we're going to do one of the easiest hub world movements in the game to mess up. You're going to want to take 2 steps at full running speed, and then you're going to want to jump and do a homing attack boost cancel to make it over to the door. Jump over this couple, and then you can head right on outside. Once again, we can charge the spin dash between the cutscene. You want to do a spin dash jump, and you honestly should be able to get straight to the door from there. Now this is where you're going to want to jump up here and charge diagonal-ish. It's a little luck-based, but maybe just try spinning too.
Ready, go!
Try changing your location if it doesn't work. Wow, geez, this is the longest this has ever taken. Charge the light speed dash next to that door, and you're able to get the crystal ring. I think this is the best time to grab the crystal ring immediately after that naming cutscene, because there is no way to avoid this loading zone. There may be a more optimal time to grab it, but as far as I know, this is the best time, because we really haven't used the light speed dash up to this point in the run. Now do a single spin dash, and you are able to head straight over to Twinkle Park. Twinkle Park is a stage that requires a lot of practice. This trick may look simple, but I can assure you this trick will stump you for a long time as a new runner. You're going to want to hop into the cart and make sure you take damage so you're at 0 rings. Try to avoid all the capsules. I did not, so I'm at 23 rings, which is quite a few. You want to try and be at around 15 to 16 rings, otherwise you are going to go too far and die like I did there without counter steering. Being at 15 rings, or around 12 rings, which is what I'm at right now, makes this trick very easy. Just fall off, and you will always go straight to where the boost pad is. You can take the second boost pad after grinding into the wall, and that's basically the whole coaster. Like, that's basically the whole track. There's a little bit more to it, like you've got this turn here where you release the A button to drift. Try and land on that booster pad there. But that's essentially the most important thing about this level. Hold left or right after getting grabbed by these checkerboard things. And make sure you jump into this hole, and while you are a ball, make sure you are a ball while falling. Then as soon as the screen transitions, you want to press the A button to do a homing attack. Once you make it here, after homing attacking, you want to hold the left and right trigger, and you want to hold kind of up and left. That way you head towards this platform over here. You want to do a homing attack, and kind of do a couple more to make sure you don't fall. Head towards the bottom of this and do a spin dash jump to head to this platform up here. Land on it, and then immediately do another spin dash jump to head up here. Then do another spin dash jump, and there you go. That is the entirety of Twinkle Park.
Yes! Yeah, not bad.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
As soon as this cutscene is over, just start pressing both spin dash buttons. If you go too fast, you'll bonk into the door. If you go at the right speed, you'll go ahead and just basically slide right out of it. Then you're going to want to come down and immediately do a spin dash. You'll bump against a car, and it'll be right next to where the employee cart is at. Now we are at Speed Highway. Don't charge a homing attack. It's a very simple level. You're just going to do spin dashes, jump over here, head up here. Then you're going to do a spin dash hover off the side here, homing attack, grab the rocket. Then right before these boost pads, you're going to charge a spin dash off the side, jump to this building, get on this thing right here, just spin dash right off. Then you can grab this rocket, and that is the end of Act 1. Act 2 is very simple. You're going to want to try and fall out of the right window. If you don't, then just head over to the right, get into a ball, and we're going to go right for the speed shoot. Once you get the speed shoot, just curl up every time you get knocked out of curl state. You might get nudged by some of these, but as long as you stay parallel to the speed shoe, you won't take any damage. Act 3 is very simple. Just hit this boost pad, spin dash jump right here, spin dash jump right here, hit this fountain, and that's the level.
Yes! Yeah, not bad.
We're going to come out of City Hall, so we do have to traverse the entirety of Station Square. So this is where your hub world movement's really going to be tested. really the only place in Station Square that it is. There will always be a police car here to your left. Besides that, the car locations are mostly randomized. Just be sure to head on back to where you met Amy for the first time.
Amy? Oh man, where can she be?
Ah! Sonic! Help!
I'll cut him off at the Mist Ruins.
Once this cutscene ends, go ahead and spin dash. Then you can do a spin dash jump right at the top of this staircase. If you're jump defeating, that's okay. Just head into the train for the Mystic Ruins.
Let me go, you hunk of junk!
As soon as Amy says hunka, drop
Hey
your
there,
hunka in chat.
bull
That's
brain.
very important.
You better give Amy to me or I'll squash ya. Hey, what's happening here? Stop!
Sonic, help me!
Shoot! I've lost her again!
You're going to be placed against these rocks, just homing attack twice and then do a spin dash, and you're able to get right over here. Get stuck, I guess. That was kind of funny. We're going to be heading towards the Ancient Light, which is past this door that was blocked off earlier.
This is the Ancient Light. Try the light speed dash toward the enemy. With this, you can now do the light speed attack.
Ready?
Now we go to Red Mountain. Red Mountain is a particularly difficult stage to get over the hill of, so I would recommend, if this jump is too tricky for you at first, just try and finish the level normally past the final checkpoint in Act 1. But for Act 2, be sure to follow my route to a T, because it is by far the easiest way to get through it. So for Act 1, we're going to take the rocket and then do a spin dash jump off to the right here, touch this, and head to the rocket. You're going to take the spring, spin dash over, stop over at this thing, it blows you up. You're able to then jump and carry your momentum to grab this thing. Check Nash, spin dash jump over the fire, jump next to the spring, spin dash jump on this slope, and we get to our first divergent point. So for the advanced path, which I'll be taking, you should jump off this rock, and I'll showcase all that in a second. But for the easy path, I would recommend either going back and taking the jump pads by homing attacking the two badniks over there, or hitting the switch and taking the rocket. But for anyone learning Dreamcast that wants to learn how to do this the Dreamcast way, lock your camera by holding both triggers, then go ahead and jump and spin dash jump over here. Now you want to make sure you're at the highest point you possibly can be, and spin dash jump over, because we need to make sure we have as much height as possible for when the camera transitions. That section is very, very, very difficult to get used to. Once you get used to it, it's a lot simpler than it looks. But the hurdle of getting over it's very difficult. Now for Act 2, we just head on over to this platform right here. There are two. You want to be on the one further away from the light. Then you're going to do a spin dash jump. Head up here, grab the ring container, lock your camera again when doing this jump, and spin dash jump over to this rock, spin dash jump again, and you'll head up to the top, and that is going to be basically the end of Red Mountain. You know, you can execute this last bit however way you want, either the consistent and slow way, or by spin dashing through it and trying to time your jumps, and then just go ahead and either land on the capsule, or get off early and hop on.
Yeah, not bad.
You've got time for another quick bathroom break now because Sky Chase, lol. Sky Chase Act 2 is more of Sky Chase Act 1. Hold upright and you're good until the boss fight. Be a little attentive after the tornado transforms, but until then it doesn't really matter.
You're right, my friend. So
here we go! Welcome to the end game. So we're going to spin dash. Try not to go wild with it like I did there. Either way, as soon as you fall off, basically, you're going to be fine. If you saw down there, you can actually die during this cutscene, which restarts it, so try not to fall off.
Get a load of this.
You can pause during this cutscene. There's no reason to, I just think it's cool to know.
Oh, wow! It's changed shape. Did you see that?
Darn! This makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
I hate it when he doesn't listen.
I bet you weren't expecting this. The only way you can get to me is through the sky. I doubt if you can figure this one out.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll show you. Bring it on.
Do a spin dash and you'll get interrupted.
This must be the way to the sky deck.
And then while this cutscene is still like loading, you can spin dash or homing attack right into the door. Then we're in Sky Deck. Sky Deck sucks. This level's hard.
Whoa!
Spin dash, jump, spin dash, jump, spin dash, jump, spin dash, jump, spin dash, jump. If you homing attack, sometimes you'll hit the fiver over there. Spin dash, jump around all of these. If you get caught on this one, it's not a big deal. Homing attack off of these guys. Land over here, then we do a spin dash jump over to this rocket. Homing attack over to this part of the level. Jump up. Try not to get hit by these things, they are quite slow and annoying. Jump up. Spin dash jump around. If you fall down like I did, it's not a big deal. You can still climb up. The goal is to try and be as high as possible. So we can start heading to the left. There is a gray section of this wall. It's a little hard to see right now, but there's a section that's gray and a section that's red. You want to be on the gray section. And on the gray section, you are able to jump right on over to this thing. If you fall, this thing is so tall that it doesn't really matter. So make sure not to rub your head against the ceiling, so make sure you got a little bit of room to jump. Then just head on over. Then you want to do a spin dash jump over to this big pole, and that'll bring you right to this, which is the end of Act 1. For Act 2, you want to hop up here, spin dash off here, spin dash around all this stuff. I head up here to the spring, that way I can get the check, but if you don't feel like getting the checkpoint, that's okay. Just do a spin dash right here against this boost pad to stay on this downward angle slope. Slide on over here,
To destroy a cannon, aim a rocket
If you're
into
fast
its
enough, you can
center
get
when
that
the
rocket.
cannon is
If not,
horizontal.
you just gotta react to where the missile
To destroy a
goes.
cannon, aim a rocket into its center when the
Make
cannon
sure
is
you don't
horizontal.
re-grab the missile, because if you re-grab the missile, you'll die in the transition between Act 2 and 3. Now for Sky Chase Act 3, on this elevator you do a spin dash jump around here. Then you do a spin dash jump from this slope, either onto this platform or onto these arrows. Then you do a spin dash jump from here onto that, you can either do it straight onto the capsule, or if you miss like I did here, you can always back up and just hit the button. And then once this button is hit, you're able to follow this path, and then that's the end of the level. Sky Chase Act 3, or Sky Deck Act 3 is very simple. The first two are a lot more difficult,
not bad.
but the end of the level is a little nerve-wracking because of where it's at, but generally not too bad.
Is that it?
It might be, but let's check out the bridge.
You want to spin dash jump from here right onto this. So, for some crazy reason, Sonic's homing attack is just gigantic in this fight. So, it doesn't really matter where you are, you can homing attack Gamma. Poor guy. You can spin dash right off this cliff, and that goes right to this door.
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape. There must be a switch somewhere on the bridge. I've got to find it now.
While this cutscene is loading, you can homing attack up by holding straight up on the stick, and you go right into the door. This is the second use of the lightspeed dash. And then we come over here, we start to charge. And just like earlier, how we used it to get the crystal ring, lightspeed dash hits the button.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operation.
Head on down below this platform, and then the boss fight will trigger. So this fight is a little inconsistent. If everything goes to plan, it's very fast. If everything doesn't, you kind of got to make shit up on the fly. So we're going to get a lightspeed dash, and we're going to lightspeed dash into him. It worked out, he took double damage, so we're good. I'm going to go ahead and throw this into him. Sometimes you'll either hit him, or the lightspeed dash won't quite work. But it decided to work out today, so that was a fast and good Chaos 6.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time. That light. I think it's trying to show me something.
Once the camera starts to pan, like to show you Sonic's ass, this is whenever you're about to be able to play, so we can do a spin dash and head right on up and go right into Lost World. Lost World is a very funky, very long level with a lot going on. So this level, I would also highly recommend a lot of trial mode practice on. There's a lot of different ways you can go down this hill, but notice that it is all downward. so spin dashes like this are going to be your best bet. Prioritize not getting hit in here, even if it means going a little bit slower. If you've got a bad pattern, or if there's fire pillars that you can react to, try your hardest to not get hit by them. There wasn't too much I could have done there, I just got really unlucky, so oh well. But again, try your hardest to not get hit. Spin dash jump off of this slope while holding the right trigger, jump onto this little crevice, and you can slope jump up here. You can either choose to hit the water button and ride the snake over to the door, or you can do what I do, and this is called Silly Skip, where we charge up a light speed dash, and then you tap the B button, then go back to holding X, jump, and do the light speed dash. There are two different methods to get into this door. You can either try spin dash jumping into the left side of it, or you can line yourself up on the door about here. Charge a spin dash facing forward. And then release. This section of the level is a little temperamental, but it's okay, we'll get through it. You want to spin dash jump over this guy, and then at this wall right here before this mirror, do a full hop, and you'll get a little bit more brightness. On the US version of the game, the darkness does come back, so you want to try and do like a full hop like this to be able to keep it. Then do a spin dash jump over here, spin dash jump behind this mirror, then you can proceed however way you would like, as long as you get to this platform right here. We're going to try and basically touch the second pillar on the right before going to the left, because if we go too close to this trail of rings, the camera will adjust and we will die. You can take the light speed dash across if you don't want to risk the jump, otherwise you can try it like this. Once we land down here, we're going to spin dash jump while holding the left camera trigger, and we'll be able to jump around the springs. Sometimes your hitbox will hit the springs anyway, it's not that big of a time loss, but the jump is a lot faster. This is very similar to the Orca section. We're just kind of repeating that. If you get hit by the rock, try and bounce twice on it so you get back in front of it. You're going to head to the right in the mirror room and hit this one twice. On the second one, you're going to spin dash jump, then homing attack. Then you can either choose to take the light speed dash or do a spin dash jump over here. Make sure you keep holding forward or else you'll fall. And once you're over here, you do another spin dash jump and go straight into this little square hole. And that is the end of Lost World.
Yes!
There is a lot of pieces to Lost World. I recommend learning it in chunks and doing just trial mode runs. Try and get different pieces of it under your belt at a time, and eventually you'll be able to get it consistent. Lost World is the ultimate movement practice test in this game. If you ever feel rusty, or if you ever feel like you want to just get better at moving, grind Lost World. The level will test you on everything.
Wow, what's this? A mural. What's this place? Where am I? This is really weird.
In this section, you just want to spin dash straight forward. Maybe do a little bit of a run. But Tikal is going to be kind of lined up with the left railing of the stairs. And chow corpses.
terrible. I must stop this now.
What was that all about? I don't think I'm dreaming here. Eggman! What's he doing here? Oh, never mind. This time I'll get him good!
So to finish up our little romp with Sonic, we're going to once again adjust the camera, then start spin dashing. Try not to get stuck on everything. That would definitely help a lot. Then we're going to head right on into here. We're going to jump onto this weird square thing, and then do a spin dash jump right over here, then hit this yellow button, the button below it, then the button next to it, then the button right here. You basically just start in order, go around the world from middle right to middle left. Then you can go straight on into Final Egg. The run variation of Final Egg is pretty simple. We're going to grab a ring here, jump, then we're going to spin dash across the side here. Try not to take the spring on accident. Booster, then we're going to jump right on through here. Spin dash right past all of this. Do a spin dash jump off of that slope so you can carry your momentum. Hop on this guy, plus you get these springs. Blue checkpoint, grab here, wham. Spin dash jump past this first washer. And then we're done with Act 1. Act 2 skip is pretty strange. You want to adjust your camera to the left, lock it, and then get Sonic's shoes lined up like this. Try and get the whites as much in as possible, then spin dash into the wall. It may take a couple tries, it's a little temperamental. Once you're in, you're going to circle back around and hold to the left and land right in here. Your camera is going to vary. Depending on what version of the game you're playing, the camera is going to change completely. There's no consistent way for me to explain how to fall, but on US, you're basically going to... You have to hold forward towards the wall to clip out of it. Then you're going to kind of... If we're looking at the numpad on a keyboard, we're going to go... Assuming 8 is forward, we're going to go from 8 to 9 to 6, and then we're going to go from... We're going to hold the 6 for about half a second, then we're going to go from 6 to 3 to 2 to 1 to 4, then hold the 4 until we get through to this area. Once we're at this area, spin dash to the check mark, and you can just fall straight down. Then you can just hop in the elevator.
Emergency! Emergency! Dispose of any intruders.
And to make sure our camera works for us, we're going to walk almost all the way to the capsules, then walk back onto this spider elevator. We're going to lock the camera, then we're going to spin dash jump this way. We're going to tap upright 4 times, let it go, then just kind of keep tapping it a little bit. You want to tap, let go, tap, let go, tap, let go, tap, let go for the fall. And doing it correctly, you'll land right where the act ends.
Well, if it isn't my pal Sonic. I'm surprised you made it this far.
Hold it right there, Eggman.
Egg Viper is a pretty simple boss with a couple things you can do to make it go a little bit faster.
Get a load at this.
Go ahead and just jump right into where he's going to come out of.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this. Aha!
And for these, you want to do a spin dash jump.
See if you can make it through here.
If you do clip the railing like I did there, you can start to do your homing attacks, but otherwise you can spin dash jump right to his cockpit.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this. Aha! See if you can make it through here.
Just like that.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
For this attack, just kind of jump at him.
It's no use.
Be as close to the end as you can be, and just kind of jump at him.
See if you can. Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
Be as close to him as possible. Hop on the spinner, and then just jump. He will destroy two of the things in front of him. So, like, if he was going to come up on the left and I was standing here, I would be dead.
It's he's not gonna get away with it. It's no way. I can't believe this.
Watch out! He's up to something.
Just be sure to move right as soon as he's coming in. And that is Sonic Adventures Sonic Story on the Sega Dreamcast.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Sonic Story is a super fun speedrun. It is extremely long with the cutscenes, but I think with how unique Dreamcast is as a run compared to its younger brother, I really like the Dreamcast run. I think it's a lot of fun, and I really hope that this tutorial at least inspires a few people to try and give the run a chance. It's worth doing, especially if you start to have fun with the cutscenes like I do. Like, it's a fun run. It's very much worth learning, IMO. Don't forget to join the official Sonic Adventure Discord. Once again, it'll be put into the description. And if you have any questions about anything, drop a comment, head into the Discord, ask some questions there. If you like the tutorial, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps. Lol. And yeah, thank you so much for sitting through this. And I hope to see you guys give the game and the run a chance.